Hey, Pumped and Wine here. I'm gonna record a league with my tracker amulet list. So this is the list that's taken me to the top of the leaderboard. I've had good success with it. A little bit petered off after that really strong run I had, getting something like 4 or 5 trophies in 2 days. But I still think the list is solid. I'm still looking for ways to make marginal improvements. I think the sideboard, maybe the fourth cavern isn't 100% necessary, but it's quite good. Um, yeah, I think the trouble I'm starting to see is I'm starting to see more sideboard cards coming in, which are good against amulet. So things like um, Damping Sphere, Blood Moons. Sorry about that, my cat's having an asthma attack, if you can hear that. Magus of the Moon, Ashiok. So it may be time to shift back to Karn, but I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see how this league goes. At least. So on the draw, I think I can keep this. It does need lands, but if I start to get lands, then Tireless Tracker comes online. Maybe this is too greedy of a keep. I've been worried recently that some of my keeps are a little too greedy. But I guess this is fine. Now that I have the bounce land, I'm very close to potentially just casting a turn 3 Primeval Titan with Dryad in play. So we'll make this block, obviously. I'm going to play out the Dryad, and I'm going to hold off on playing the castle. It's a little bit worse this way if I draw a bounce land. But yeah, if I don't draw any land, it's a way to get the clue. And I think I'll just play out the Grazer here as a blocker. I don't think I'm going to be really starving for land drops, but mana could be tight. Opponent did not get any constructs out of their saga, which is unfortunate for them. They are up to 7 artifacts now, so we probably see some number of 4/4s and Thought Monitors coming down. I could get double Valakut. I think I'm going to get Valakut Bounce Land. It advances my mana a little bit. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So, against Affinity, I definitely want the Force of Vigor, Nature's Claim, Foundation Breaker. I don't think I'm in for Dismember or Engineered Explosives. I can shave a Tracker, shave an Azusa, shave a Cavern. And then for the last cut, maybe Foundation Breaker isn't all that good. I kind of like keeping in the trackers, just because like these games aren't, it's not like they're super fast and they're kind of grindy. And something like Damping Sphere would make Tracker good, though it also makes Foundation Breaker good. Maybe I can cut an Azusa since I'm bringing in all the control. I can afford to go a little slower. I kind of like that. I'm more afraid of losing to not drawing Primeval Titan than to them having a good draw. Keep this. It's not super exciting, but if we get a bounce land, it does things. I don't know if I'm playing the Saga on 1 or not. I guess it makes sense to play the Saga on 1. Yeah. If I'm able to get to double Amulet, I think I'm just easily winning the game. As soon as I draw a bounce land, that is. Okay, so I think I'll do it. Simic Growth Chamber. And I think I'd rather play the Force than the Foundation Breaker. If the Dryad, for example, gets hit by a Galvanic Blast or something, I'd still like to Titan next turn. Or if something happens to the Amulet, I don't know what kind of cards my opponent is running that could interact. Do I force a Vigor here? Don't feel terrible about force a Vigor right here. That's fine. Also fine. So I think I'm going to leave the Forest in play. I want to not leave myself dead to Damping Sphere, so... I mean, there's a good chance my opponent just concedes when we play the Primeval Titan, but still got to play tight. Okay. Alright, I'll see everyone for round 2.